1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing cool about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling pitch.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it. This is where you come up with a brilliant idea that no one else can see. Let's hear it.
I got it. I found him.
Who's that? Jesus? Can't afford it.
I'm willing to bet my career on one guy. My name's Sonny Vaccaro. I'm with Nike.
Do you typically make it a habit of showing up at people's front doors unannounced?
I don't like to take no for an answer.
Oh, man. Here we go.
You ask me what I do here. This is what I do. I find you players, and I feel it this time. Yeah, okay, it's risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your Plymouth, that was risky. Don't change that now.
For a rookie?
Yes.
Who's never set foot on an NBA court.
That's the literal definition of rookie, yeah.
What's the plan?
We build a shoe line around just him. I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
Who's the player?
Michael Jordan.
Your motor is
You have our attention.
tonight. You show up at the house.
I believe in your son. I believe he's the future. And his story is gonna make us want to fly. But a shoe is just a shoe.
Until my son steps into it.
You got a name for it?
Air Jordan.
I don't know.
Seriously?
Maybe it'll grow on me.
What's going on? It's your boy Kuya P, NRW. Nerds rule the world. Just got out of air, as you see behind me. Yo, dope film. Amazing actors. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Chris Tucker kills it. Viola Davis, Jason Bateman. Fire, y'all. If you never knew the story behind the Nike Jordan brand, the Air Jordan brand, man, you're gonna get it, and it's gonna be amazing. It's dope. Yeah, man, just dope film. We'll be talking all about it on WTOP-FM, as well as the NRW full review. Check it out soon. It's your boy Kuya P. Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Air, as well as my thoughts coming out of the press screening. It's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World, and I'm going to give you my review for Air. And as we do, we like to break down the story, the plot, give you the actors, cast, and then we give you our thoughts, our review. So as you saw from the trailer, this is the story behind Nike's Air Force One. We follow Sonny Vaccaro, played by Matt Damon, heading up the Nike's basketball side of the house and trying to start up a new shoe line. They look at the 1984 NBA draft, try to figure out the players they could get. They think Michael Jordan is off limits, but Sonny Vaccaro thinks we can get him and we should try because he's a once-in-a-generation talent. As we all know from history, he couldn't be so very true. For me, because I'm an old 80s baby, to me, Jordan is the greatest of all time. Much respect to Kobe, much respect to LeBron. Man, Jordan was it. So yes, Sonny Vaccaro thought the same. He tries to get him. He tries different methods of trying to convince his team over at Nike. No one was listening, so he decides to go to the mama, played by Viola Davis, Michael Jordan's mom in this film. He goes to her. He goes to also George Raveling, Jordan's coach during the Olympics, to help convince and get Jordan on board with Nike. So we follow the story, the ups and downs, Jordan talking to Adidas, Jordan talking to Converse, the whole deal, how it came to be. I think this film does a lot in regards to talking about business, which I'll follow up in my review. So that's essentially the storyline, is them trying to court Jordan, Jordan making his decisions, the Jordan family, and then winding it up with them become the most successful franchise. We know history now. Air Jordan was the dopest shoe ever, still is the dopest shoe, and how that all came to be, and then just the minds behind it all. Let's talk about this cast. We have on the directing chores Ben Affleck, He also plays one of the key roles in this film as the CEO of Nike, Phil Knight. But Ben is on the directing chores. Ben has done some amazing film works beyond just being an actor, but behind the camera. And this is another feather under his cap. Well done directing this project. This film is also written by Alex Convery. The stars, let's get to the cast list. Matt Damon, he's our Sonny Vaccaro, immaculate job. You know, Ben and Matt, when they get together, they produce gold, and they did the same here. Amazing job with them both here. Again, Ben Affleck is CEO Phil Knight. We have Jason Bateman, who plays one of the heads of the marketing team. Wonderful role there. Jason Bateman, classic actor, does it again here. Marlon Wayans plays George Raveling, Jordan's coach during the Olympics, who plays a very significant part in why Jordan chooses to go with Nike. Excellent job there. Marlon Wayans, he's been doing it, killing it. Immaculate job there. We have Chris Messina in another role. Chris Tucker Chris Tucker surprised me in this. He's great comedian. Has done a lot. But there's a lot of scenes with Chris Tucker that I think he stole the show. As Vernon White, I think is the character's name. One of the I'm trying to find the name in here. Chris Tucker, Howard White, who was very significant in also helping Jordan, and making that decision with the family to make that decision. But very amazing job done by Chris Tucker in this, man. He did just a great job. He stole his scenes. I think he did an amazing job. Shout out to Chris Tucker. And of course, Viola Davis, mentioned her earlier. She plays the mama of Jordan, and is amazing. This film is, I mentioned Jordan a lot, but you really don't see Jordan. You see the back of his head. This film is about the people at Nike, the people around Michael Jordan, his mother, his father, the family, all of his support system. That's what Air it is. This film is, Nike Air Jordan, Michael Jordan, his airness, the greatness, but it's all about the people around it, and it's really done well. I think I'm getting into my review now. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm skipping around. As y'all know, I normally do these reviews with other people on my team, but it's just me. And so I'm trying to do better when it's just me. I apologize. But there's your cast. There's your crew. But as I always say, when I break down the cast and crew, it takes a village to make a film. So shout out to everybody on the cast and crew that made this. I highlighted a couple of folks, but again, everybody did an amazing job. Props to everyone on the cast and crew on this. So, review. I've already gushed about it, y'all. I love this film. This was a great film. This surprised me. I knew Matt and Ben would do a great job. They've done, so many amazing projects together. The cast that they put together with this, these actors don't choose terrible films. Everyone on board here did the damn thing. They killed it. Viola Davis, come on now. Viola Davis. Amazing. To me, at the end of the day, this film is all about listen to your mama. Your mama knows what's up, and your mama will fight for you and make sure everything you desire will be made whole, and it'll come to birth. This film was great, man. This film is about, again, about Air Jordan and just about business. And I think as we've seen throughout history and time, as well, sponsorship, when athletes, actors, anybody gets involved with like a brand, making sure your deal is right. So I think this is a good film to watch about business and getting your ducks in a row. And Jordan, as you see from this, helped kind of pave that way. When he signed with Nike, but he had stipulations. And a lot of athletes get taken by giving their names and likenesses to things. And this was the start, especially of young athletes, coming out of college, high school as well, making sure all your ducks in a row. And it set a precedent. And they even mentioned that within the film. It was very meta. But it's important. I think this was just a great, entertaining film. There's comedy in there, a lot of history. There's a lot of times I'm like, ooh, I want to look that person up, see if that was like a fictional character or a real life person. Different moments, like with George Raveling, Jordan's Olympic coach. He talks about receiving part of this, there's a element where it's referred to that he got like a part of the speech from Martin Luther King. He had like a draft of that and helped kind of convince that. I wonder if those elements are true. There's just a lot of great elements and a lot of behind the scenes, how like the logo for the Jordan symbol was made. A lot of cool nuggets and just how this all came to be. I was heavily entertained by this film. Again, the acting, the script, the storyline, it's inspiring. Made me want to get my business together even more, make sure I lock it down. Just thought it was really cool. I had a fun time with Air. I also, while I'm having you all right now listen to me talk about my review, I was reading online that when they put this film together, Jordan had a few notes of what he wanted included in the film, and so I just wanted to point this out. I thought this was pretty cool that Ben and Matt, got together with Jordan to make sure they were portraying him in a proper light, and he had 4 changes that he wanted to the script. He wanted the inclusion of George Raveling, who was played by Marlon Wayans, as his assistant coach from the Olympic team, because he was the first to recommend Jordan to sign with Nike. So that was awesome that was included. Adding Howard White, Chris Tucker's character, the vice president of Nike's Jordan brand, to be included. Again, I think that was a definite welcome addition because Chris Tucker steals it. Amazing in his scenes. He also wanted to exclude Tinker Hatfield as one of the characters. Even though he was working at Nike, he didn't make the Air Jordan. So, that was a necessary cut, and, give some time to the other actors in the cast and the storyline to portray out. And he also wanted his father, James Jordan, and his mom, Dolores Jordan, to be further extended. And the casting of Viola Davis as the mom, I think was phenomenal. So those touches were really good. So I really like that Michael Jordan had a hand in his story being properly told, that shows respect. So yeah, man, great film. I really enjoyed it. Currently in theaters as of this recording. I wish I could have got my review out earlier. I did see the film in advance, but it's now playing in theaters, and it will be hopefully coming very soon to Prime Video because Amazon Studios was the team behind this. Man, if Amazon Studios puts together more product out like this, I'm definitely gonna be checking out. This was a lot of fun, y'all. Air in theaters right now. Also coming soon, hopefully to Prime Video. It'll definitely be coming to Prime Video. It was made by Amazon. But it's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Let me know if you enjoyed Air. If you have any thoughts on it, I want to talk back and forth with y'all. Again, I enjoyed Air. My wife recently got into being an Air Jordan head, being a sneaker head. I can't wait for her to see this film so she can, see more of the story behind it. She's familiar because we're both old folk. We know all about it, but I think this digs into a little bit more nitty gritty, which will be a lot more interesting, a lot more fun, man. This film was a lot of fun, man. So let me know if you're checking it out in the comments below. It's your boy Kuya P. This is NRW Nerds Rule the World.